What's up, guys? Vanessa here with Notary to Notary, and I'm going to be teaching you my exact 7-step plan that I would personally execute if I was just starting a notary business in 2023. Here we go. Whether you're new to the space or if you've been in the space for a little bit of time, you may be seeing all of the information on social media talking about this shift in the market. This is what happened, okay? Notaries, loan signing agents have been around for years and years and years. However, due to the recent COVID pandemic, what happened was everyone was at home, right? You remember, we were all at home, we were all online, we were all on social media, learning new things, learning new techniques, and so everyone found out about being a notary signing agent. Online courses shot through the roof, okay? So what happened was, during that time period as well, the real estate rates were drastically low. So people were refinancing with interest rates as low as 2% and 3%, which doesn't usually happen. That's why loan signings were pouring down out of the sky. It was like anyone can get in and make 6 figures without even thinking about it. However, that's not the norm. We can make 6 figures, but it wasn't normally pouring down refinances like nobody's business. So everybody, people who didn't even know what a refinance was, were refinancing. So that's the people who got into it during COVID are like, this is the best job ever. It's so easy. I don't even do anything. All I do is get my notary commission. Everyone's calling me. Oh my goodness. Not the norm. Normally, you got to put a little bit of work in to make some money. Now, it's still great money, but you got to work for it. So what you're seeing now is a lot of those notaries who got in during COVID are seeing you had like, there's actually like a drastic flip. So it was like really, really easy. And now it's a little bit challenging. Why? Interest rates are ridiculously high, right? We're in a current recession. And so the interest rates right now, I think, are somewhere around 7, 8, projected to go up to 9 or 10%. So that is why we're seeing a decrease in the refinances as well as the purchases. And that's really a part of your job. Like, if you're a notary signing agent, you should be in tune with what's going on with the real estate industry, okay? So that's why I see people all over social media now saying, oh, the notary industry is dead. First of all, notary is not just loan closing. So that's a kind of uneducated statement, but we're going to leave that alone. And so you're seeing people who got in during COVID when it was super duper easy, that now that it's kind of harder than just sitting there and like, oh, everyone wants me. I have, it was, oh my gosh, it was crazy during COVID. Like you didn't even need to have like a website, nothing like that. Just get your commission. People were calling you because they needed you. They needed more notaries because they could not keep up with the amount of people who were refinancing at that time. Okay, so ignore everyone right now that's saying, oh, the industry is dead, this, that, and the third, yada, yada, yada. You can still make great money in this space. And it's funny because if you talk to notaries who were doing it before COVID, which was lots of them, they'll tell you it shifts. Like, it just happens. And you can do more than just loan closings on top of that, right? You have general notary work, you have RON, you have non-notary work, and you still have loan closings. Real estate never stops. It may slow down, but it never stops, okay? To my point. So, if I was just going to get started as a notary signing agent, or as a notary period, in 2023, these are my top 7 steps that I would take to maximize my business quickly. Step number 1, and I usually would probably say this for the end, but I'm going to say it first because I think it's the most important. Get some training. Of course, you get your commission, but the first thing I would do after I get my notary commission is the one thing I always said, if I had done, I would have made 6 figures a lot faster. I started as a notary in 2014. I didn't quit my full-time job until 2016, guys, okay? It took me 2 years. And you're saying, Vanessa, well, why did it take you 2 years? I didn't have any training. I didn't go to anyone's training or anybody's book. I didn't talk to anyone, okay? I made all the mistakes and wins by myself, okay? So if you want to shorten that learning curve, go to someone who's made all the mistakes, who now they have a training or a coaching or a program to teach you. I can 95% of the time guarantee you, if you don't do that, you will, 1, waste money. I see it all the time. Notaries come to me and they say, oh, I have a commission and I'm not making any money, and I spent this much money. And I'm like, on what? Okay? And they all the things they found on social media and on Facebook and their cousin's sister told them to get, and they end up putting all this money out and they didn't need to. So first, you're going to waste money. Two, you're going to waste time because you're doing things that may not give you the best return on your time investment, okay? So you're going to waste time. And three, it just doesn't make any sense, so don't do it, okay? Just go ahead and invest in yourself and take a training. Find someone that you trust, okay? But find someone that you trust. Listen, if it's not me, find someone that you can take information from. There's a lot of great trainers out there that will teach you what you need to know. On that note, there's also a lot of new trainers out there who start, and I never knock anyone's business. My thing is, before I invest, and I have lots of coaches taking lots of courses, and I still do, and I always will, because I see the value in gaining knowledge and shortening that learning curve in any goal that I want to achieve. That being said, like any industry, there's always people who get into it that are not the best. And so what we're seeing a lot of times is there are some trainers that have gotten into this space and they probably got in during COVID, but they may not know exactly. So the thing is, if you got into this space during COVID, you learn how to build your business during an easy time. And that's why now that it's hard, a lot of those notaries are getting out of the game because you didn't learn the fundamentals of how this business industry actually works. And so I just say be mindful of those trainers who may not have the results you're looking for. My biggest thing is before I pay for anyone's coaching, anyone's training, I look at their evidence. Show me your proof. Show me your evidence. When I look at you, do I want that? Okay? And not just lip service. I need to see that you have the results that I'm looking for. So when you pick your coach, pick based off of results. Okay? If you pick someone, let's say it's a scale of 1 to 10, and you pick someone that's got a 4. The most they can take you to is a 4. That's all they know how to do. Anything wrong with that, it's going to take you longer. Versus if you had picked someone at a 10, they can take you to a 10 faster. And the reality is the person at the 4, they're making mistakes that the person at the 10 already knows. That's why I always go to the highest in an industry or in a space when I want to learn that, because they've gone through more, so they know more. So the first thing I would say is definitely invest in yourself and get training. We have training at notarytonotary.com applicable all over the country, so it doesn't matter where you are in the United States. I like people who call me from like Canada. It's like, I don't know Canadian law. Love you. I just don't know. Okay? So if you're in the US, then yes, I can help you. So first things first, get some training. That's what I would do. First thing at the gate, if I was brand new to the space, I'm going to get trained. The second thing that I would do, I was just starting my notary business in 2023, immediately is set up my Google business profile. And I say this all the time, and it's like kind of how I say you're beating a dead horse. I don't understand why people don't grasp this, and that's okay. You know why? Because I'm going to make sure mine's optimized, and I'm going to get all the calls, and I'm okay with that. So going into 2023, I was just starting, my Google business profile is the very second thing I would do. It's so important, and it's free. You set it up, you optimize it, you continually build on it. And the reality is it's 2023. And I made a video about this talking about traditional notaries who've been in the space, how a lot of times they're not getting up to date with technology, right? And I said that, you can most likely keep the clients that you have, but I guarantee you, new notaries coming into your space are taking new clients from you. Because when you want something, when you want to find something, when you want to know something, what do? You pick up your smartphone, hopefully it's an iPhone, but to each their own. You pick up your smartphone and you go to Google, right? You put in whatever that is. You say, hey, Google, where can I find this, right? That's the first thing you do. Or if you want to learn how to do something, you go to YouTube. But usually when you're looking for something like notary near me, you're going on Google. Everyone does that. So if you know where your client is, where they're going, why not put yourself there? I don't understand. It's really confusing me. Okay? First thing I would do, set up and then optimize my Google business profile. That's second. The third thing I would do is I would sign up with an obscene amount of signing services and title companies. And when I say obscene, when I talk to people and they say, well, Vanessa, I want to make 6 figures. I want to do this, right? And I trying to find that perfect balance, because everyone's not a crazy person. I admit, I'm a little ecstatic, right? When I first got started in 2014, when I found about loan signing, I signed up with 100 companies in 3 days. Why? Because I'm extra. You know that. If you know me, if you ever met me, I'm extra. I go hard in everything that I do, right? And so the third thing that I would do is I would sign up with over 100 plus companies immediately. And it's funny because I had a coaching call, because I do have a coaching program. And I was telling one of my coaching students, I can usually tell how long it's going to take someone, if they ever will, become successful in this industry based off how they answer my question. So if I ask you, have you signed up with 100 companies that I have listed in the coaching program? Have you signed up with them? And they tell me, oh, I've done 3, or I've done 10, or they say, oh, I've made a plan to sign up with about 5 a week, okay? I pretty much know where you're going to be. Now, the person that says, oh yeah, I did it in 2 days, or I got it all done, or I'm going to finish it today, it's a different level of execution. And I always say, when we do a coaching call, the first thing I ask you is, how much money are you looking to make in this space? Why are you doing it, and how much money are you looking to make? Money's not the only thing that I like to that I like to check for, but it's easy to track and manage, right? You can keep track of that. You can set goals for that. So I say, how much money are you looking to make? Right? And then they will say whatever their monetary goal is, 2,000, 5,000, 10,000, 20,000, whatever that is. And then we go through the list that we need to get done, foundationary, building things. And at the end of the call, I say, okay, how long is it going to take you to get this list done? 90% of the time, they give me like, okay, I can probably get this done in about 2 weeks to a month, right? The list is not that intense. It's really not. Most of those things, besides the website build, could be done in about 20 minutes each. Okay? So the next thing, if I get that long answer, anywhere from between like a week to 2 weeks to a month, I then say, you had a monetary goal. Your goal was to make $5,000 a month. If you honestly, truly believed in yourself that you could make $5,000 or $10,000 this month, would you still have given me the same answer of it'll take me 2 weeks to a month to do it? No. If you truly and honestly believe that you could do it, you would get that list done today. Worst case, tomorrow. But those are the things that we kind of break through, because it shows you. Okay? So I like when I set a goal, I don't set goals I don't want to reach. And if I set a goal, I want to hit it and I want to maximize it. I want it now. Okay? So I like to massively immerse myself into the goal. And nothing else matters. Nothing else matters in that day, in that week, except for that goal. So I would sign up with over 100 plus companies instantly. Like, that's it, period. There's no excuses. It doesn't matter. This is my goal. It has to get done. There is no alternative. I want this. Do you want it? If you want it, then your actions would show. The other thing I always say, you can always tell what you truly want. Not what you say you want, but what you truly want by how you spend your day. I don't have to listen to what you say. I could look at your day. Where does most of your time go? If you have time to kick it with your friends and to go out and to watch Netflix and to hop on the game, whatever else you're doing, that's your priority. It's not building the business. So let's just be honest with ourselves, okay? All right. So step number three, I would sign up with an obscene amount of signing services. Number 4, I would build and optimize, SEO optimize, so search engine optimization. I would build my website and get it ranking quickly, okay? So this is something that I actually learned later, not initially when I started, but now that I know, honey, listen, and link the two to the website to the profile, and there's more to that, but I would do that. So step number 4 is I would build a website that is user-friendly, loads quickly, SEO optimized. Okay, now SEO optimization is like a vague term for if someone searches on Google, can they find you? Okay, and so an SEO, a search engine optimization technique, it's not like a one size fits all. There's a lot of things you can do, and there's a lot of companies that will say, oh, do this and do that. Google puts out statements that says, oh, you do this, this will help. So when I say that, it's because It's not a one and done. So when I first got started, I used to go, I'm not even kidding. I went on Fiverr. I found someone on Fiverr that says, oh, I do SEO optimization. And it was like, oh, it's just $75. And I said, okay, cool. And I bought it. He went in there, did some stuff. I don't know what he did, right? And he said, okay, I did it. And I thought I was done. I was search engine optimized. I was wrong, okay? SEO first of all, it never stops. There's always more you can do. It's not a one and done. And it's the more you learn. And then on top of that, these search engines change what they're looking for all the time. So you're never done. It's something when I talk to business owners, and I don't do it a lot of times for my new students because I know it's like, I don't want to overwhelm you. Your online presence, your website, everything that you have online, you should have a whole day, department, section, whatever you want to call it, that's just on optimizing your online presence, okay? So not to get too deep, but number 4, I would say is I would build a website that is SEO optimized and that I continue to optimize consistently. Number 5, the 5th thing that I would do is I would get my RON set up immediately. Okay, 2023 is the world of all things digital, AI, technology, all that good stuff. If you don't think the notary industry is gonna make that shift, think again. The 5th thing I would do is I would get my digital cert, e-notary seal. If my state has an application for RON, for you able to do it as a notary, I would do that. I would pick my platform or platforms if I need more than one, and I would start marketing and advertising for remote online notary clients, okay? Now, I teach that in my remote online notary course, but if I didn't have me, I would go back to step 1. Take number 1, find someone else's training to take because I know the value of technology right now. And like, once again, someone looking for a notary, they may, ask someone, they may, walk in the community, but typically they're going online. And if once the general public is well aware that they can notarize their documents online, it hasn't made that shift yet. Right now you're seeing everyone in the real estate space knows. Some businesses know, but the general public yet does not quite know. But you better bet when someone realizes they can just upload a document and get it notarized, they don't have to go out of their house. Honey, it is happening. So I want to make sure I'm in that position. So I would definitely get my RON capability set up immediately and start marketing for that. 6th thing I would do is I would network my face off, okay? What does that mean? So I don't network 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 a year. I don't do that. But I go through networking clusters, I guess. Before I network, I always decide, who do I want to meet? What am I trying to gain? Like, who is my ideal person that I want to meet? I used to, when I first started networking, I didn't know that. I just kind of started going out and say, hey, passing out business cards. I didn't know anything about following up. It was like I was really wasting time. But now that I know how to network with a mission, honey, I would network my face off. Everyone in my city/state region area, you're gonna know me, okay? I would be everywhere, and not just, that's the thing a lot of notaries do. They go to notary events, and that's all fine and dandy, yes. Honey, you have to go out. I go to events that I have no idea I would just go to like a tech convention. I'll go to a hospital meeting. It doesn't matter because you never know where your next client comes from, right? Anyone could need a notary. And it's not just about, getting a sale in the moment. It's about building relationships. It's about someone passing information on. It's about helping other people and building relationships that are going to help grow your brand. So I would immediately sign up with my local chamber of commerce. I would go to so most cities have, I think most cities have, entrepreneurial hubs, places for small businesses to network, grow together, have events together, train together. I would join those and I would push my brand and gain information at the same time. So I would network online as well. So a lot of people network online wrong. I'm gonna give you this little tip here and I'll do a whole other video about online business building relationships. But what you don't spam people's inboxes, okay? Don't just put, I'm a notary, do you need my services? If you do, call me here. When you get those in your inbox, what do? A lot of times we don't open it. If we do open it, delete, right? No one wants their inbox spammed. No, what are the odds of when you inbox me, I'm actually needing a notary? Probably not likely, right? what you want to do is you want to build relationships. Challenge yourself to go online, go on LinkedIn, go on Facebook, and give yourself 100 comments. Go online, find people's posts that are related to you in some form or fashion, like real estate. Maybe they work in any potential client that you think could be a potential client. Go on their pages, find something that is honestly relatable to you, and add a comment of value. Start a conversation. Maybe they post something and you're like, oh, did you see this article that came out that's about that? You can share that. It's when you build those relationships, it's when they remember you, start a conversation. Okay, and then when they do need you, if someone else needs you, they can refer you to them. But it's not like a salesy call. It's we built an online relationship that lasts, okay? That's one situation. Gary Vee teaches on that a whole lot, and I love me some Gary Vee. Okay, number 7 is I would develop a client management system. It is so important, okay? I wish I could put it at number 1, but it's number 7. I would develop a way to not only acquire my clients, maintain my clients, but to manage that relationship, okay? And so I didn't know about this when I first got started, but now I do. A lot of times you might say, okay, well, I send Christmas cards out. That's a part of your client management system, but you need to have a system. How do you network? How do you meet people? When you meet them, meet your business cards. What do you do after that? You don't want to get someone's business card and every time think, how should I connect with them, right? You want to have a system that you use that makes your business turnkey. Like, oh, this is easy. Especially if you automate it, then it's like, oh, you're like spinning out. How many times have you met someone, you went networking, you got 5, 10, 20 business cards and you forget to follow up, right? And then it disappear into la la land, right? Because you don't have a system that you put in place to secure all of those contacts. And then when they become clients, is it just, okay, you're my client, I did one job for you, so remember me all the time, forever, forever, ever. No, you cannot do that. I promise you. If a company has 2 notaries they work with, for example, and you have one notary that calls, emails, messages, makes conversations, sends helpful articles, does a great job, right? Then you have one who just got the job and you only hear from them when you need work, right? I guarantee you the one who built the relationship and consistently builds that relationship will get more work. Why? It's like, perfect example. How many of you guys have ever had a friend that works in the restaurant business, right? When you go to the restaurant, what happens? Don't they hook you up? I know, no one does hookups, but don't you get the hookup when you have friends that work certain places that, oh, let me look out for you real quick, right? It doesn't be just restaurants, it can be anywhere. And it's not like, oh, this, thing, but it's just like when you have a relationship with someone and they're in a position to look out for you, they tend to do that because you guys are quote unquote friends. It doesn't be friends, but you have a stronger relationship. You're on their mind. Let me look out for her because she looked out for me, and she's cool. You know what I mean? So it's relationship building versus the person who just sent the email, got a job, and now you only hear from them when, oh, where's my check? Okay. Give me my work. No. Give me my work. Oh, good. Thanks. I'll do it. Where's my check? You know what I mean? It's relationship building. And that's something that I had to learn later. But that also goes into why when you're starting a business, you need to invest in business basics, okay? Business building. If this is your first time starting a business, honey, you got a lot to learn. As did I, and am still doing. I took a lot of trainings on sales, marketing, client management, online marketing, SEO. I have to learn a lot because I want my business to be successful. And if I had just started a business and never learned anything, I guarantee you I would not be here right now. It was in gaining the knowledge, taking the courses, reading the books, finding YouTube videos like this that I could learn from that taught me how to better do this. I guarantee you the CEO of Dell or Amazon or whatever, they know way more about building business basics than I do, right? And that's why they're billion-dollar businesses, right? So right now, if you're like, okay, I want to be a 6-figure notary, but I'm like a $6 notary, right? There's something I don't know. So let me go learn what I need to know so I can get to that level. Follow me? Last thing I'm going to give you is a bonus tip. So bonus tip number 8 is I would learn and invest in AI. So AI is artificial intelligence, and right now it's the hot new thing. I mean, it's been hot last year, but it's even hotter now. And the reason why I would say that AI and then technology tools is because if you can harness the power of AI and technology, you are shortening the effort it takes for you to acquire and maintain your clients. So let's say, for example, you have an email list, right? Or you have your client list and you have to manually email each one of those clients whenever you have to do that, right? That takes time. If you can have technology set up to do that for you, that frees you up to do something else. Record a video or something else that else will help you gain more clients, make more revenue, all that good stuff. And so what I would do as a bonus number 8 is I would definitely take the time to learn about technology tools. You might not be at that point where AI is for you because there are levels to tech, right? But definitely and start learning how to utilize technology better. The more you use technology in your business, the more effective you will become. So a lot of things you can do. You can use software systems like HubSpot or Pipedrive to have a client management system. You can create email templates. There's so much that you can do to automate what you're doing. And then when it gets into AI, there's a lot of new AI out there. I know you guys probably heard of ChatGPT. I feel like it's a tongue twister. But anyway, that's the free version of an AI software that you can use to generate content. There's a lot that goes into that. There's also Jasper. I love Jasper. That's my fave. But Jasper came out before ChatGPT. But there's so much technology out there that you can use that will help you make your business run faster, smoother, generate revenue quicker. And we have to get out of the mindset, well, this is how I've always done it. You can do things the way you've always done it, and then you'll be like a blockbuster. No shade. I'm just saying we have to grow and we have to improve and we have to learn. Okay, there are some things that used to work 10, 20, 30 years ago that don't work now. Okay, and if you stay in that range, then you're gonna start losing revenue. You're not gonna be as productive. You're not gonna make as much sales as you want to. And so it's a book that I would recommend you read. Who Moved My Cheese? I love that book. It's amazing, but it talks about this exact principle. So that was my 8 tips turned into 8 tips that I would say if I was starting a notary business in 2023, that is what I would do immediately. Like those are things that I would definitely throw myself into because I think and I know anyone can make 6 figures in this business. You can make millions. You can make whatever you want, but it takes you first learning what you need to do, executing it at a high level, and then you'll reap the rewards that you're looking for. So for more training, find me online at notarytonotary.com. I recommend anyone who finds me to take the Ultimate Notary Bundle first. Okay, that is where you get all the basics, the foundation, and then you can go on our course and find other trainings that we have, like how to build business credit, how to trademark your logo, how to get into government contracting. There's so much you can do in this space. How to do apostilles and non-notary work like field inspections and conducting weddings. There's a lot of things you can do as a notary in this space. But I recommend first, before you just jump into everything, start with the Ultimate Notary Bundle. Get a good foundation with the basics. General notary work, loan closing, RON, remote online notary. Find me online at notarytonotary.com. Until next time, happy signing.